Hi, everyone. Tony from Hack the Movies here. And this episode goes out to that one guy who keeps asking for it over and over and over again. Today, we're talking about the first Disney Channel movie, Under Wraps. Today on Hack the Movies. Did we do it right?
Tapes, we're talking about tapes.
Under Wraps.
Woo!
We're doing Under Wraps there. You've got the hoodie there.
Yeah.
Yes. Where'd you get that?
Tapes from the Crypt.
Nice.
Woo!
Casey, Tapes from the Crypt. Is that something that someone does? What do you know about this Tapes from the Crypt, Tim?
I don't actually know, Tony. No, shout out to Tapes from the Crypt. Shout out to all the homies. Shout out to Casey. Shout out to Dirty B.
Oh yeah, okay. So this episode is dedicated to DirtBoyTrilla. That's his YouTube name at the moment. I feel like it was something else. 3 years. 3 years he's been leaving a comment on every single video. And sometimes he'll come back to videos he's already commented on and ask me to review Under Wraps.
See, you guys ask and you shall receive.
Yes, ask just a million times until I either block you or I think it's funny. In this case, I thought it was funny.
But we love it.
We love it.
Yeah, so a movie that I never in a million years would have reviewed on the channel, but I'm glad I revisit it. That's what I'm going to ask you guys. When did you first see Under Wraps, Tim?
I literally watched the premiere when I was 7 years old.
Really?
So we would get TV like time or TV guide kind of thing, and I remember like Under Wraps having like a small section. So I legit watched this movie when it premiered.
I
Like,
love that.
Nice.
yes.
When did you first see it, Casey?
I mean, I might have seen it when it first premiered. I would have been 3. But I watched it every single time it was on. Every time.
Yes.
So I had Disney Channel, but I wasn't the biggest Disney Channel kid. I was like a Nickelodeon kid, I guess. I saw this in school. There was like a movie day or something, you know, when the teachers don't want to do anything. Or maybe it was like some like school event. I saw it in school. Someone had a tape and brought it in.
Whoa.
And I watched it once. And I thought I forgot everything about it. But as I watched it today, I'm like, wow, I remembered a lot of this movie, not realizing it was this movie.
And this is the friend that put it on YouTube for all of us to see.
Oh,
Yes.
isn't it?
Shout out.
For some reason,
Yes.
this movie is not on Disney Plus. The remake and the sequel to the remake are, but the original one is just free on YouTube for no reason.
And it looks great.
It looks so
Yeah, it
good.
looks good. It looks good.
It's good quality.
Now, this is directed by Greg Beeman, director of Bushwhacked
We love Bushwhacked.
Oh, nice.
and Mom and Dad Save the World.
Tony loves Mom and Dad Save the World.
Oh, I do. And written by Ron Reimer, who gave us the Big Mama's House trilogy.
I love those movies. And Santa Claus
Whoa.
too.
Oh, you wrote Santa Claus too?
The Santa Claus too.
I have it. He also wrote Rio and Surf's Up, the one about
Yes.
the surfing penguins. So this was labeled as the first Disney Channel movie, but
Yes.
apparently might not have been because they were putting Parent Trap sequels on Disney Channel.
So as far as I know, this was labeled as the first Disney Channel original.
Okay.
movie.
Yes.
Okay. Feel like there's some technicalities there.
Yeah.
They
who
were
knows?
experimenting. Disney
Yes.
was experimenting, and it went so well that it spawned over a 100
Yes.
that we love.
DirtBoyTrilla, if you request any more of these,
We're down.
I'm blocking your account.
I'm actually down. Bring Johnny Tsunami. Come
Yes,
on. Like,
this just turns into a Disney Channel.
I swear to God,
podcast.
if a year from now I have 10,000 Smart House comments,
Oh, so
I'm
good.
blocking you.
Someone please request "Don't Look Under the Bed."
oh,
God.
I had Joey C make a video about that. That was my request. Asking you shall.
so good.
Let's get into this wonderful film, shall we?
Yes.
Ew.
So it opens up with a fun title sequence, like a little stop motion-y
Yes.
sequence of the sarcophagus opening. There's bandages everywhere. And then this is one of those moments where you watch something and you're like, this is the movie I remembered.
Okay.
I remember this whole opening. I didn't know it was from this movie. There's a few things I remember from this. I didn't know it was from this movie. It opens up with a family who's tired of their son being a crybaby.
Yes.
They're like, you got to stop being a coward and there's no monsters. Go to bed.
The dad from Even Stevens.
Yeah.
Is
that's
that
what
who
I'm
he
saying.
looked
Yes.
familiar? He looked,
Yeah.
So my sister was more into Disney Channel. I watched a lot of Even Stevens, and I been on record many times that I really like Christy Carlson Romano.
Oh yes.
Oh my God.
We love her.
And I've been record many times saying that I've never seen Mirrors or Mirrors 2, but I've seen one scene from Mirrors 2 like a million times.
Oh, boy.
Now I feel guilty because she said she regrets that scene. I'm like, oh, that's my favorite. It's the only scene I see from that film. Anyway,
God.
Haven't seen it.
so the dad looked familiar. And now I haven't watched Steven Stevens in like a 30-something, not 30-something, but like 20-something years. Yeah, so he's yelling at his kid, and then a knife falls into the garbage disposal.
This is honestly so hardcore for a Disney
Yes!
movie.
Yes!
This sequence is intense.
I remember being a kid being like, this is awesome. And then
Yeah.
I must have been let down by the rest of the movie because I didn't remember a lot of the rest of the
Right.
movie. But yeah, fucking Victor Crowley.
I was just gonna say that's Victor Crowley.
It
I'm
is
so
straight
glad we're all on the same page.
to a T almost.
Yes,
It's
it's
literally Victor
basically
Crowley.
him bursting through, and it's a cool idea for a
Yeah.
kill. A knife swirling,
Yeah.
he shoved
And
it.
you like it's an off-screen kill
Yeah.
that's like gnarly. Face to
Yeah.
a knife in a garbage disposal is not light. Like that is legit.
This is our kind of movie. Like they're starting off Disney Channel, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of, I tweeted Adam Green, but I never got an answer. In Ed Wood, in the beginning, they get a review of their play, and the critic is called Victor Crowley. And I'm like, wait, what? I had to
Yeah.
like tweet him and be
Whoa.
like, I'm like, can you confirm this is where you got the name?
We need confirmation. And then Rob Pendergraft, the creator of all the effects, it was inspired by Under Wraps. He's got to be.
Oh,
It
yeah.
has to be.
Yeah, it looks exactly like it.
It
I'm
does
so
look a
glad
lot
we're
like
on
him.
the same page.
Warthead is his name.
Yes.
We cut to two kids, Marshall and Gilbert, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Who's the one kid from? You guys seem to know a lot about him.
Yeah. Shout out Adam. Adam Wiley rules.
Is that Gilbert?
He does
The-
rule.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is Gilbert.
Okay. I don't watch as many of these as you guys
He's in
did.
everything. He was
He
on
is.
Home Improvement, Kindergarten Cop,
Yeah, he was in a bunch of commercials.
Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
Okay, I watched Home Improvement when it was airing. I haven't gone back and revisited Home Improvement.
I've watched it a bunch of times. Oh my gosh, we're so much alike.
Oh my god,
Yes.
you guys at your events when you guys play every song and you add in the
Yeah, yeah. We have Tim Allen sampled for all occasions. So
Okay. Since you're here and I'm remembering, you have to do it on Brandy sitting up in my room because in the beginning it's exactly bum 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 bum, like exactly the Home Improvement theme song.
yeah, no problem. We got it.
I'll
Yeah,
request it at the
request.
Tapes from the Crypt
Yes.
event.
Yes.
Crypt video rental.
Woo.
Want to know my favorite Tim Allen thing ever?
Yes, I do.
There's the video game Doom. You
Yes.
probably know what I'm talking about. Someone took the game
Yeah.
Doom, right?
Yes.
And they rewrote the code of the game. So every single image and graphic in Doom is a picture of Tim Allen. Your gun is a picture of Tim Allen. The bullets you shoot are Tim Allen. When there's an explosion, it's millions of Tim Allens. And
fun.
every sound effect is So you just it's the most chaotic thing. It's just nonstop pictures of Tim Allen. Just enough about Tim Allen. We got to get back to Under Wraps. So Under Wraps, they're watching what's it got? Warthead 5, I think.
believe. Yeah.
They got a Disney. Come on, give us some Warthead movies.
We need him.
I also watched the remake.
Is
and
Warthead
No,
in the
Warthead
remake?
no.
is in it,
What?
but he's green and not scary.
Lame.
Just saying.
Lame.
So lame. Like Victor Crowley is in this one.
That seems like a complete like flip flop, but yeah, everything
Yeah.
sucks now. So
I'll ask you questions about the remake
Okay.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Gilbert is terrified, and he just leaves the theater. Apparently, right at the beginning of the movie. They come out. The main kid is Marshall, and he loves horror movies.
Yes.
But Gilbert does not like horror movies. He likes movies with like fun and singing and Nazis, apparently.
yeah, the shout out to the Nazis was crazy.
Yeah, he says they're cool.
Yeah.
And look, I mean, as someone who was a Nazi in The Sound of Music when he was 6 in first grade, I mean, like, well, thanks, Gilbert.
Okay.
And they do dance in it, don't they?
I don't know if the Nazis did. Well, see, the
they
first
might.
graders were just background characters in my play. I don't have a lot of memory. All I know is that, and I mentioned this on the Spider-Man episode, it came up, like, I just have a very unfortunate picture of 6-year-old Tony dressed up as a Nazi on
Just stand there,
stage.
just stand there, Tony, and be a Nazi.
If you scroll back far enough on my Instagram, I have that picture, and I go, do you think this will hurt my chances
Oh,
for
wow.
election?
Oh my god.
Anyway, so yeah, Gilbert, horror movies not for him. Nazis, he's totally on board for. Also, he might be gay. The movie is dancing around.
Here's
that.
the thing. That's fine, but we do know that they kept writing in jokes where he's like trying to play like a man's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where he's like, oh, I love babes, you know what I mean, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
There's some undertone there that he
Yeah.
might be a little gay, but it's Disney Channel, so they can't outright say it.
sure.
Yeah.
So they talk about a creepy guy in the neighborhood, Mr. What's his name?
Kubat, Mr.
Kubat.
Kubat.
Yes.
Played
He-
by Ed Lauder.
What do you know him from? I'll tell you what I know.
Well,
I recognized him. I did not.
he is a
check.
very popular character actor, especially on TV. He's in a shit ton of TV shows. He's fresh in my mind because a few months ago I just threw the first season of X-Files on, and he's in one of the worst episodes of X-Files, especially the first season, Space. The one where it's mostly takes place at a NASA space station. It's
Yeah.
fucking awful.
Whoa.
But I've seen him in a million things. Where do you know him from?
I know him as the dad from Girls Just Want to Have Fun. That movie. Have you seen that with Sarah Jessica Parker?
No.
Oh my gosh,
Is
it's
it-
free on Prime right
All right,
now. I
okay.
have it on VHS.
I gotta see. I gotta
Oh,
watch
it's
it.
so good. He's the dad in it.
Well, you know what? Let's stop. Let's watch that instead.
Episode's
That'd
over.
be so much fun.
I did Ed Wood a few weeks ago. I had enough of Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh,
so yeah, they talk about Mr. Kubat who sucks, and apparently he owes Gilbert money.
Yeah.
Dude doesn't pay for his paper.
He doesn't. Well, we learned he doesn't pay for a lot
anything.
of things. So they try to confront him. Horrible plan. Marshall's.
It's also like late.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
worst time.
I don't
want
want to call out Marshall's mom, but hey, teach your kid not to just knock on grown men's doors in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Could you not do that? So yeah, he sicks the dog on them and chases them away. Then Marshall comes home and we get the cliche of the really nice, supportive boyfriend of the parent who the kid just hates outright. for no-
Classic,
Yeah.
classic '90s divorcee trope. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just like
Disney Channel.
Yeah.
It was in a lot of those, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
well, I can relate.
But it's not even the guy is never. I know, but the guy's not a bad guy. He's actually really nice.
No, he's really nice.
Dude,
and
he's-
isn't the mom from Phantom of the
Yep.
Megaplex? Okay.
Yep. She's from Phantom of the Megaplex,
She's from Phantom of the Megaplex.
which we also love.
Yes.
Yes.
We
And-
love it.
Sorry, Tony. And then
You guys should just start your own decom podcast.
We do so well.
Disney
There's
Channel
probably
original
15
movies
of them, but
only.
anyway.
And yeah, boyfriend's literally holding the ice cream when
Yeah.
he walks in, ready. Come on, let's chill.
I guess he's
hang out.
trying too hard, but
Too nice.
Yeah.
Marshall should be annoyed by him, not he seems like he just outright hates it.
He's ready to flip him double birds all time.
It's hey Marshall, you should probably talk to some of your friends. Some stepdads aren't the best.
Yeah.
You should probably consider yourself lucky, you asshole. He goes upstairs, and this was another thing I remembered: his room, because he has the big cutouts, the big mannequins.
Legendary. Inspired me as a kid.
Yes.
Totally. I had masks in my room. I had the stuff that the Spencer's gift stuff that would come out of the
Yeah.
wall, the whole thing.
I had some stuff like that,
Yeah.
but yeah, this is what I always wanted. But then, it reminded me, I'm like, oh, this feels like Tommy Jarvis from Friday the 13th Part 4. This feels like his room,
It felt like Monster Squad to me.
Oh, okay.
and it felt a little monster.
Did you hear that?
What do we got?
Oh, I have a window open. There's either a cricket in the store or there's a really loud cricket
Sorry.
outside the window. Sorry,
Yes,
I
Monster
can't
Squad
wait
vibes.
for winter when they're all dead. They're driving me nuts
Yeah.
lately. Really cool room. I love the stuff he had in there.
It looked like the attic.
And I had an attic room like that with the.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how he affords all this stuff. We find out he buys it from a guy later
Yeah.
on, but it's
Yeah.
where's he getting the money from? Or is it
His
his real?
dad.
Yeah, is his real dad just
Yeah.
sending him a ton of money?
Yeah.
Please like me, kid. Buy that mannequin you want.
By that functional T-Rex mask.
Yeah, I think it was cool as hell.
Yeah.
So yeah, they learn from their friend Amy the next day that Mr. Kuba died.
In the best way possible.
Best way possible, covered in pancake
Batter,
mix.
yeah.
Covered
I-
in a pancake.
I love that they thought that that's how he died. She's like, no, you idiots. He died while making pancakes.
She was a girl I wanted to be like.
She was so
badly.
badass.
She was so, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she's a
Witty,
fun character.
badass.
And the guys liked her.
Oh, yeah.
Could never be that cool.
You were a cool kid. We all showed pictures of your bowl cut. You and Jess's bowl cuts.
I had a bowl cut.
Whoa, so did I. Shout out bowl cuts.
hey, look, I threw myself under the bus. I post that terrifying clown
Yeah.
picture of me.
Oh, my God. I got to see that. Please put it on the screen right now.
I'll put it on screen again. My favorite thing about that clown picture, years ago, I would just randomly send that to people with no context.
Oh, that's terrifying.
And since I found it for the episode, I'm like, I'm going to do it again. So I sent it to Crystal late at night. And she's just like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, that's exactly the reaction I wanted. Not going to
that's
explain.
amazing.
So yeah, they find out that he's dead. And then we find out that Gilbert's mom is a creepy doll lady.
That's why this is really bad. I didn't think gay. I thought abuse.
Oh God.
Terrible.
Well.
Well, when they're making it like she's always in character or something or role playing.
Yes.
Esmeralda.
So-
Esmeralda. That's it.
His mom has clearly lost her mind. There are those people who collect like baby dolls and treat them like real people.
I've
and,
seen that.
yeah. One of them has a podcast. My friend Carl covered the podcast.
Oh, good.
And it was really like disturbing and funny. But like in one episode, she's trying to talk about her baby doll, but then her like real kids are making sounds and she's annoyed by them. And I'm like, oh my God, this girl has a whole show dedicated to her baby doll and her real kids make sounds. She's like, oh, these goddamn kids.
Oh my God. That is too good.
So that girl was Gilbert's mom, but she apparently takes him to the movie theater.
Yeah, that's the best part. Like the jokes in this movie are so good too. Like, what'd she say? Like, oh yeah, you bought the doll's popcorn.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like all right,
Like
that's
that
where
was one time. Oh God.
he reminds me of the kid from It with the overbearing mom. He reminds me
yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. This kid would not do well against Pennywise.
No.
Not that kid did well, but this kid would not do well against Pennywise.
Gilbert was soft.
So yeah, they hear from a little kid that there was a coffin or something. Or they heard from someone that there was a coffin in the old man's house.
Oh yeah, was this some neighborhood kid said he saw it or something? Yeah.
And they're like, well, we got to check that out. And we have to break in and find it.
Ooh.
So they go to investigate, and Gilbert falls into the house. I forget how did he fall? It was
They're
weird.
like, well, first of all, it's insane how much these kids aren't scared of anything.
No.
Like regardless, like we're gonna literally break into this house right now and try to find a coffin.
I feel like the movie should have took place in like a worse neighborhood because like the amount of like breaking the rules these kids are doing, I'm like, I don't feel like this fits here.
It's in Chico.
That's where they filmed it. Yeah, I
Yes.
saw that.
Nice.
Yeah, I watched someone's location video today. Yes. Oh wow. I was like, I can't believe someone covered this. Thank you.
That's amazing.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, essentially they're like breaking into the basement window,
Yeah.
and then he kind of like falls like halfway in, and he's
Yeah.
like hanging there.
And he looks around and he finds that coffin.
Yeah.
And it's half open and there's a fucking mummy in there.
And he is out.
He is freaking out,
Yeah.
which now does remind me of it when they go into that house and it
there you
is
go.
dressed up like a mummy. Yeah, so they're like
Oh,
freaking
right.
out and they like run. And then he finds out he left his glasses there. And they're like, how are we going to get back? And the girl goes, oh, my mom's selling the house. I'll just get the key. And it's like, Gilbert's right. He's like, there was a key this whole time?
That's
And they're like, oh, we
convenient.
thought it'd be fun.
Yeah, there's no fun in that.
No.
Really not fun.
We would do that.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
We would totally do that.
I'm
the girl in this situation. Yes.
Yeah, she really
cool
is an
for once.
instigator, isn't she?
She totally is.
She really is. She's also like way taller than them too, I think.
Yeah.
So she's
Yeah.
kind of like their leader, it feels like.
She's
She
so
was
badass.
in another Disney Channel original movie.
Oh, give it to me because I'm not
Which
sure.
one?
True Confessions with Shia LaBeouf.
See that's a little bit later for
It
me,
is.
but yeah. Okay.
Casey, sometimes you say things. Sometimes you're just like, they were in, and then you name something that
True
I
Confessions
would
with
never
Shia
in a
LaBeouf?
million years watch.
You know that one, no?
What? So
Where he's Down syndrome.
Shia LaBeouf played someone down syndrome. Oh man, now I kind of
Whoa.
want to watch that one.
It's
Okay.
on Disney Plus, and she is a lawyer now.
Okay,
Oh,
Yes.
Um,
Get it, girl.
you do that all the time. It's so funny. You're like,
My Friday
you never
the
saw
13th
this.
episode, I'm like, they were in Boys. What is it? I said Boys to Men, but they were in
Oh, yeah.
Boys in Motion, and That's So Raven.
wow.
Did you watch That's So Raven?
I mean, a little.
Oh, I love that show.
My
Okay,
sister.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
My sister was the big That's So Raven
I love
fan.
it. It's my dream.
Oh, Raven.
Yeah, so they're gonna go back in and get their the glasses, but it turns out the mummy is missing.
Oh.
He's freaking gone.
Not good.
Gilbert, he stays upstairs. He's like, you guys have fun down there. I'm gonna stay upstairs, but that turns out not to be a good idea because the freaking mummy is up there lurking, and it is your traditional mummy. There he is, right there,
Yeah.
in all his glory on that
Oh,
banner.
he
You
looks
have.
so good.
He's on the banner 3 times. Wow,
Yeah.
he's all over the place.
And he looks so good still to this day. in my
yeah.
opinion.
Oh, yeah, it's a great effect. It's
It's
a great
awesome.
effect.
Yeah. Are you gonna share how the mummy came alive?
No, can you tell me? Because I missed that part.
I'm pretty sure the moon just like
Yeah,
glowed on it.
it was like the moon. Hit
Oh yeah, the moon hit the
the
gem,
amulet,
the
yeah.
amulet, because
Yeah.
that something similar happens at the end. Okay, yes, that's how he came to life. And yeah, he looks awesome. And again, this scene is kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Of him chasing them around the house.
Yeah.
I mean, not creepy. It's like fun, but I can see like a little kid maybe getting
Yeah,
scared.
because he like grips up, Gilbert and like.
Yeah, well, before that, he corners them.
Yes.
He knows what a toilet is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
And he has
And he
to
knows
go.
he knows how to use. Yeah, he has fluids in him. So, what do you know about mummies, guys?
Pretty sure he's dry. Or supposed
They're
to be.
dry, and also they I think took all your organs out. So
It's funny.
I don't think he would have a
It's
digestive
fun.
tract.
The timing of the joke though is great. It's
Yes.
amazing. It was very funny.
No.
It was unexpected. We love that.
And by the way, I'm not allowed to call out mummy stuff. I'm the creator of Mummy Cop. There was a lot of inconsistencies.
This is so thoughtful. This gift a fan made for you.
Yes, we showed this
Wow.
on
I
a
love this.
mailbag episode. He made Mummy Cop, not generic Mummy Cop, specifically the 70s episode Mummy Cop. He only wore this outfit
He
once.
has a favorite.
Which
I love it.
honestly kind of ties into Harold wearing a 70s outfit later
Yes!
in the movie.
Did I steal from that? Did I
maybe.
subconsciously steal from Under Wraps?
Just like Victor Crowley.
Yeah.
Yes, we all did. But this house is now a fraternity house. That's
Oh.
what I learned from the video.
Do you think they
Whoa.
watch Under Wraps every
Wow,
year?
this is great.
I
This is
would.
great. These are great facts.
Can we go there and be like, hi?
Can we please?
Can we do a keg stand in this house, please?
Do we have to get hazed if we want to do a set tour of the...
Awesome. Awesome.
Hey, frat, we're coming to your frat.
Yeah, we're trying to party, boys.
But I forget what the YouTuber's name who did it, but it was so funny because he would just say, yeah, this is the house from, yeah.
Right. Wow. Wow.
But I still learned so much.
So awesome.
So he gives Gilbert his glasses back.
Aw.
And then he gets scared of a watch.
He's a nice mummy.
Yeah.
Yes, he's very nice money. He's terrified of the watch because it's like a future scary watch.
Super scary.
Yeah, they have to be like, no, it's fine. Stop freaking out, mummy. And it's like,
Yeah.
give him a break. He's a mummy.
Yeah.
And I loved the foreshadowing because remember, Gilbert said, I have to be home by this time. So
Yeah.
Marshall's like, I'll set it on my watch.
Yeah.
And then
Yup.
it went off.
Nice setup and payoff.
The dude is massive. We're talking straight NBA, like 7 foot
Have you
one.
ever looked at a house that was built like 300 years ago? People were tiny. How is he so big?
Think about how big that coffin must have been too for him to fit that thing.
True.
That's funny. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't think people were that tall back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gigantic.
Bigger.
And he's beefy. I'm like, they
Yeah.
hollow you out. Why are you so beefy?
bigger is better.
Then again, I was an overweight mummy, so I shouldn't be throwing stones.
he definitely trained with you too, so that's probably the big reason. He's been pumping iron with Casey for sure. There
Love that. Fit for the final girl.
we go. Shout
I have
out.
the book right there.
Shout out.
So yeah, they're best friends with him. And because this movie is really well written, it's very tongue in cheek. They just call out E.T.
Yeah.
Yes.
They might as well have just said, "We're doing E.T. It's E.T."
It's mummy ET style
Yeah.
for sure.
So now Mum E.T. That's what we're calling it. Mum
Perfect.
E.T. They're best friends with him. Then the next day they're talking about what they're gonna do. So the mummy's just there. They're like, "You hang tight here. We'll figure out something." And the next day, Kid flirts with Amy. She just like,
Oh, yeah.
she like brutally rejects him. Like
She is so great.
Yeah,
She's
she-
like everything.
She
she
gets
was
every
too
guy.
mean. She was too mean.
She's
So
everything
cool.
I want in a girl.
No, I'm sorry. Girls like that
She's
are
so
why we
cool.
have Boys Month on this channel once a year. All the boys watching, they were that little boy who gave it a shot and got
Yeah.
brutally turned down.
And-
Why were they so mean?
She lets Marshall know, though, he doesn't have a chance.
Yeah.
I know. She's just mean to
likes
everyone.
him.
But like she
We know
turns
there's something
the
there.
kid down because he liked an Olsen twins movie.
Yeah.
He saw it twice.
Like I said, she is perfect.
Yeah. Also, like, was Disney feuding with the Olsen twins? I guess they weren't Disney kids.
Like I said,
right?
the writing in this movie
It-
is just super funny.
it's just funny.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
fun.
I think Disney
jokes
was
are
mad. They're
good.
like, fuck, we don't have those kids in our wheelhouse. Ah!
Yeah, that's what it is.
Throw them under the bus. So Amy's like, maybe we should just leave the mummy alone.
Yeah, maybe we'll call the cops.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what
No.
the cops are gonna do, but
Yeah.
Yeah, just leave him alone. He'll be fine. I'm like, well, actually, no, that's kind of horrifying.
Yeah.
That like a sentient corpse is walking around not knowing what anything is except
Yeah.
for a toilet, apparently. He figured that out. But Marshall's like, no, we got to save him. And then they visit their good friend Bruce, who's dead, but not really. It was a fake
chicken
act.
bone.
And Bruce is played by the guy who played Santa in Home Alone.
Yes.
He was Max from Armageddon, one of the ones who doesn't
Yeah.
make it back. And he was Ken from the Seinfeld episode The Seven.
Yeah. He's
Remember
also,
that
he's also the hallway guy in Groundhog's Day.
I missed that one.
Yeah.
Every actor now, if I think they look somewhat familiar, I just go right. I just look for Seinfeld and
They're always in it.
I missed a couple Seinfeld actors recently. People have been calling me out on it. But yeah, the Seven episode. That's where George said if he ever had a kid, he named
Name
it
it
Seven.
Seven.
And then this guy finds out about it. And he
Yeah.
wants to name his kid Seven.
Yeah.
And George is trying to convince him. That
Name
as
Soda?
the wife is going into labor, he's like, "Please pick a different name." So yeah, he is. What is his name? Bruce. He runs a shop that sells bullshit. Cool shit.
Halloween? Yeah,
Arse
Halloween.
kind of
Spooky
thing.
stuff. Yeah.
But, yeah,
Can
like
I say
spooky
something about
stuff.
the remake?
Huh?
Can I say something about the remake?
Yeah.
What is he like in the remake?
It's a girl.
Oh, we love
Get it out of here. Get that woke shit under woke is more what I call it.
Your woke ass under wraps remake.
Fucking Disney's liberal agenda again, ruining classics like Under Wraps.
Oh my
Well,
god.
the girls has 2 dads in it. Should I not say that?
Even more Disney.
woke
Even
ass
more
under
Disney.
wraps. Yo.
It wasn't enough. One change. You could do one change.
The only one.
That's what I say. I mean,
Yeah.
me and Frank, we reviewed the new Batman cartoon recently, and I'm like, look, if you're gonna change the character, do like one big change. You can't do like 3 big changes, because then people will tolerate one big change. You do like 3 of them, they're like, all right. Come on.
That's enough.
So anyway, I will not be. You know what? We will review it. I'll be like the woke Disney. And because I titled it, it'll get 1 billion views, and
Yeah.
I'll like kill myself. Ken reads them stuff about mummies, about like the moonlight, and he has to return to his coffin by Halloween,
Midnight or something maybe.
Yeah.
by midnight,
Yeah.
or else he will perish. Like, what will happen to him?
Turn to dust.
Okay,
Poof.
but like, will his soul go to the afterlife? I feel like that's more important than his physical body.
We got to save him, Tony. We
'Cause
can't
I
even
don't
get
like-
it to that point.
I don't
Yeah,
like
like-
now. I'm like, wait, is he not in like wherever Egypt heaven is? Like, is he just sitting in his corpse, just waiting?
Egypt heaven.
Yeah.
Heaven.
He doesn't want to go to like the netherworld with Ra. He just wants to sit there in a corpse.
We got to save him, Tony. This is
So
where
we
we're
got to
at.
save him. Ticking clock element.
Yes, we love that.
Much like E.T., he
Timeline.
was getting sick because he was separated from his family. Ticking clock element. I do like Ken tricking them with the lightning effect. I thought that
Yeah.
was fun.
And his soul will be lost forever.
Oh, that was so fun. And for every Disney Channel, like Halloween, Monstober, or
Yeah.
month, they
Yeah.
would use that in the.
Oh, that's
Like-
funny.
Yeah.
Man, that guy must have made a shit ton of residuals then.
So,
They go back to the old man's house and they realize everything's gone.
uh-oh.
And then Amy's mom is there. I think it's the only time you ever see Amy's mom.
Yeah.
She's trying to show off
Yeah.
the house to like 2 people. And they're like, where is everything? And they find out that everything's been taken away, but there was nothing in the basement when the movers arrived. So
Yeah.
someone else took the sarcophagus somewhere. And now they don't know where the mummy is.
What about the dog? Does he ever come back? I don't remember.
I didn't see anything with the dog. I mean, I know that Amy's mom though was like, "Yeah, what are you kids up to?" Like,
Yeah,
why you
she's
asking
like,
que- why
well,
you asking
because
questions?
her daughter's a troublemaker,
Yeah.
piece of shit. She's probably like, what are you doing?
She's not. She's the love of my life.
Yeah, she's the best. She's so cool.
She's like, what are you doing? You're up to something, lady.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so where could the mummy be? Apparently the mummy stopped by the Dairy Queen. Which
Yeah.
is a fun scene of him trying to order
Yeah.
and he's just not getting it right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she like she's like, "Oh wait, yeah, I got it now. You want a large fry?" And he's literally just like, "Ooh."
They have great fish out of water elements.
Yes,
Oh,
those are
yeah.
like the most fun part of this.
Also, in the remake.
Here we go.
I said we'll talk about the okay.
Remake
Yeah,
alert.
good.
Remake
now
alert.
I gotta find a copy of the remake and insert clips. Yeah, tell me what happened.
This character comes back in a way in the remake.
Wait, the
but
fast food
not
employee?
Yes, in a
No.
way. Not the actress, but the
Okay.
name and the whole scene,
Yeah.
sort of. But none of the characters from the movie.
Just this.
Except this one. Like, they're all named
What?
after the characters,
Yeah.
but, like, she comes back. You know
That's
what I
funny.
mean?
Random.
I
No.
did see that Gilbert comes back as a different character
second
in the
one.
second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I
Um,
also.
This
I got
all in on Under
I
Wraps.
have to watch them now for sure.
Um,
I was so scared.
So this is the best joke in the movie. Where the kid's like, "Mom, that guy is really ugly." And the mom's just like, "You're not supposed to say that." And I fucking died laughing.
Yeah.
When she's like, "Some people are born special." And the kid goes,
Well, this guy's really special.
This guy is really special.
Yeah, that is a good
And
joke.
I'm like, that is really
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, some of the, like I said, I could say it again. The writing is the jokes, the little things. It's really good.
It's almost too good for what I expect
It is.
from Disney Channel.
It is.
Really.
Died. The writer. I'm sorry.
Really?
What?
Somber moment.
I'm sorry.
Moment of silence.
Wait, who died? Wait, what?
The writer.
Oh. Well, yeah.
All right.
Sounds-
Okay.
Okay. He's in heaven now. And you know what?
This lives on.
Yeah.
Real quick,
So people bought this,
We
guys.
go to his
Like a
grave.
lot of people bought this. That's
We
the best
visit
part.
him and leave this.
Yes. No, we run with it behind us like a cave. We just sprint through the cemetery.
That's funny. If I didn't know what the movie was, I'd be like, wow, it's a movie full of a million mummies.
It's so good.
Awesome.
Also, we should also do a moment of silence for our beloved Pedro, gone too soon. Anyway, so he goes to the hospital and his bandages start to become unraveled,
Yeah.
which is, if you're doing a mummy with bandages, you got to do some kind of unraveling joke. Not quite as good as the unraveling scene from Monster Squad, but also good.
Band-Aid breath.
Yes.
So he's going around just causing havoc, and I love that the doctors think he's like a burn victim.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he got out of the burn ward.
Yeah.
Or, they're like, we have a burn victim. Like, he must have tried to treat himself.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're yanking his bandages. He's like,
I like that he realized the band is coming off and he feels naked. He's like,
Yeah.
And he only went into the hospital because he saw someone in a wheelchair all bandaged up.
he's like, friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then he saw someone give someone else flowers, and that comes back later.
Man, this is all ET stuff. Like it really is like the flowers. Then you know when ET's like sees a Yoda and he's at home.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which the Star Wars prequels decided that was canon. E.T. exists in the Star Wars universe, and that's really... Anyway, yeah, so the kids find him, and they're
Yeah.
like, dude, we gotta get you out of here.
Like, what are you doing?
Because they tried to give him CPR, or no,
Yeah.
they tried to defibrillate him,
Yeah.
and it caught him on fire.
Terrible.
Such a great bit too when like Harold's trying to explain like
Oh,
what happened.
yeah.
And then Marshall's like, you know what? I understood every bit of that. So good.
So yeah, they hide the mummy at Marshall's house. And then we have the classic hiding the monster from the parent scene.
That's cute.
It's cute. It's cute. But yeah, the mom comes up and they're like, what are you doing up here? And they were like, Amy was teaching us how to clog.
You love it.
Look,
I love that shit.
I just want to say, if my mom heard banging sounds
Yeah.
in my room and there was a girl there, she's not falling for this fucking
clog.
clog.
I mean, and
She's
the
like,
mom's
what the
like,
hell are you doing?
and then Amy starts like clogging, and the mom's like, man, she's good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And then she bumps into the mummy.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, is this new? I'm like, wouldn't you have known if he came home with that?
That
Like,
is like 7'1" mummy.
yeah.
Like,
It's awesome.
and she just blames like she's like, yo, you got to shower. Like
I
you
know.
stink.
She's like, it stinks in here.
Yeah.
You gotta shower. But I like that the mummy keeps changing positions
Yeah.
and she
Yeah.
doesn't notice it.
Like
I'm like, that's
moving
kind
his
of funny.
eyes,
And Marshall has a really good line, like comparing him to the dad, to
Yeah.
the stepdad or the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's the same guy.
Wait,
Wait,
what?
Come on.
Casey,
Same actor.
Casey, I didn't do that big of a deep dive.
So you're
Come
telling,
on.
telling
wait,
me?
wait.
You call yourself a fan?
I've just been exposed.
You're telling me Harold the
sorry.
Mummy is
Is
the same actor as the dad,
dad.
or the boyfriend, whatever. Yeah,
Yes.
he was.
What?
Wait,
That is so deep. That is so
I can't
deep.
believe you have this.
he
that is
was.
so deep.
He was really tall. Now that I
This
think
isn't.
about it.
I'm not lying.
I believe
I'm
you.
forever changed. I'm forever changed.
Oh,
That happens in
I
movies
did
where an
this.
actor will play two
I'm
different
so
parts.
glad this is being filmed.
You
Yes.
know, you know what? This
Genuine
is
reaction.
Yes.
this is like a Maxine Pearl situation with Mia
Yeah.
Goth. Mia Goth probably watched Under Wraps and got the idea for it.
It is so deep too. It is so
Everything
deep.
comes back to Under Wraps.
Oh my god, that is so deep.
Or Jumanji, where
Yeah.
the asshole dad is also the hunter.
Yeah.
I only knew about that this year too.
Which they also do in.
I did know that one.
They also do that in Peter Pan plays. Whoever plays the dad also plays Captain Hook. Except for when they did that live broadcast with Christopher Walken, because
So he's
Christopher
pushing.
Walken was already a little rough.
He's pushing away the boyfriend. Yet he loves Harold, and then full circle.
Yes.
My God.
But he does have a line that's like, he's just as loud as Ted or something.
Yeah.
And then,
She's
she's
used to
guy.
like someone, a tall guy lumbering around.
Yes. Like
Dude,
Ted.
this movie is so good.
You know what? Dirty Boy Trilla, thank you. You've opened my eyes.
Shout out Dirty B.
This is a cinematic masterpiece that apparently Disney ruined with wokeness in the remake, as I'm learning.
Woke ass Under Wraps remakes. Get out of here.
The mummy's also
Not my
black.
Under Wraps.
That's-
What?
The mummy's also black.
Okay, well, look, I'll give them. I mean,
I'm not.
not that Egyptians wear black, but darker skin probably would make sense. Like,
At least that fits.
And Gilbert is too.
wow, they were just going all.
You know what? We love it. Sure. Go ahead, Disney. Go off.
You know, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be like, not black enough. If you ask me.
You're gonna have complaints.
That's my new thing down. All the guys who complain about wokeness, I'm like, I'm just gonna triple down and be
Yeah.
like, could have been Gary if you asked me.
I hope we're giving you everything you want. What's his name again?
Shout out Dirty B.
Dirty Boy
B.
Trilla, he
Dirty
loves
Boy
it.
Trilla.
So anyway, oh, this part was driving me nuts because I think Marshall had a mask for the Predator, but freaking Amy kept standing in front of it.
And all you're like, I just want to see the Predator mask.
Because I see it looked like the Predator. It had the dreadlocks and like the metal plate armor, and it looked like the Predator enough, but I didn't know if it was just like inspired or if it was a
Yeah.
Predator mask. And fucking Amy is just standing in front of it in the wide shot constantly, and I'm like
And
trying to look around her, even though that doesn't make sense because I'm watching on a 2D screen and also it's pre-recorded. But I'm like, stop, move out of the way.
Yeah, and there's some like other stuff in the room, like they included some Goosebumps art, but they cut out Goosebumps. But left some of the
did
stuff
they?
in there.
My friend Lena, the Beautiful Dead podcast.
Yes.
She just did an interview with the guy who did all the Goosebumps art. She like knows
Oh,
him,
Tim
and on her
Jacobus.
podcast,
Love
she
him.
like interviewed him. I think recently.
Love him.
I should hit that guy up. Try to get some
Yeah,
art
he's in
from him.
Jersey.
Yeah,
He's close.
yeah. Then I definitely need to hit him.
Yeah.
And R.L. Stein.
Yeah.
I'll also
While
hit up.
you're at it.
I'll hit
With
up
his
R.L. Stein.
menacing mole.
I didn't watch any of the new Goosebumps movies.
I watched the movies.
Yeah, I
Maybe
watched-
one episode of the new show.
Oh, I heard the new show
Because
was
Justin
pretty
Long's
bad.
in it.
Yeah, I've been just watching, the old show.
Yes, which is
constantly.
terrifying.
Yes, it's fantastic.
I don't know. A few years back, like my ex had it on. I'm like, oh, I'll get nostalgic for this. And like 3 episodes in, I'm like, nah, nostalgia's not hitting for me.
Well, Tony, you'll be watching the Haunted Mask 1 and 2 at Crypt Video Rentals
Oh shit! I mean, I love Goosebumps.
on October 4th and 5th.
That's right. I forgot. I love Goosebumps. and
You
I wanna
better.
know more about it. I just hope when we go there, all of us will be there.
You are toying with fire, Tony. You love Goosebumps.
Look, I'll go if only you have the masks from the movie there.
I will.
Oh wow!
And you can come pose with them as well as our gigantic Goosebumps photo op.
There's gonna be a Goosebumps photo.
Awesome.
I'm sorry, Tim. Can you tell me when and where this is again, just so I put it in my
So-
calendar?
October 4th and 5th, come to our video store pop-up Crypt Video Rentals to watch the 40th anniversary screening of A Nightmare on Elm Street on Friday
Ooh.
and The Haunted Mask 1 and 2 on Saturday, featuring live episodes of Hack the Movies
Wow.
and live episodes of The Movie Dumpster.
Oh right, I have to come up with a live episode idea. Holy shit!
By October 5th. Shout out to Tony from Hack the Movies, the famous Tony from Hack the Movies.
Joey C will be there.
Okay.
I told Joey C to
Perfect.
come
Will
in.
Casey be there?
I hope so. Carly Beth.
I'm not going to. Carly Beth. may or may not be,
Shut up.
for the first time in years, resurfacing and doing a video intro talking about her experience. So,
Of course.
be there, buy tickets.
Much like I've seen the light with Under Wraps, I've seen the light with Goosebumps.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
When at last I see the light.
So they come up with a name for him, which we've mentioned multiple times all recently, and it's Harold because he has an Uncle Harold.
And he
Yes.
just always liked the name Harold.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I have an Aunt Lisa, and I named a couple things Lisa. I
There you
guess.
go.
Yeah.
And the girl's pretty much like, how hasn't your aunt killed herself?
That's what I'm saying. She is a goddess.
Yeah. I have it here. Okay, this is very embarrassing. I have it here. I'm like, oh, I guess the movie has bad guys now.
Oh, yeah.
So I missed a detail here. And later on in the movie, they start talking to this bad guy, this evil antique dealer. And they mentioned he faked his death. And I sat there and went, wait, was that the old man? I've watched this whole movie not realizing that the old man and the bad guy were the same person. I felt like a real freaking idiot.
Yeah.
And I had to go back and like, hold on. Oh,
okay.
shit. Because like, I thought it was weird. I'm like, why are we introducing bad guys so late into the movie? I'm like, oh no, he's been here the whole time. I'm just stupid.
Yeah, and the whole thing too is just like, think about having like such bad tax evasion that you fake your own death.
Yeah, but then how is he paying for henchmen
That's
and
what
shit?
I'm
That's
saying.
what I say.
Like, what are we? This guy's budget is insane. He's a black market dealer of like antiques and like ancient artifacts.
Yeah, so he worked at the museum and he's stealing stuff from the museum, but he had to fake his death with pancake mix. Anyway,
Had to make it believable.
I had to make it believable. One day you guys are gonna like come in the store and be covered in pancake mix, and they're gonna be like, "No, he's doing tax evasion. Wake him up. He's not dead."
1 minute you're making a hearty, nutritious breakfast, and the next minute, boom.
Yeah, he must have Googled, like, what's a way to make it look like I'm not breathing?
Yeah.
And it was that.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry. Before the bad guy reveal, Harold gets all emotional to the song "All by Myself."
Which, if you didn't notice, they never like. I don't know why, but it's always just that lyric, just repeated a billion times.
By myself.
Like they never go past that those lyrics for the song.
So Marshall is crying about divorce and stuff to Harold while he's looking at Ted, who are apparently the same actors.
Yes.
Man, that guy has so much range.
I'm still mind blown.
That's crazy. He's also Patrick. Did you know that?
Huh?
He's the voice of SpongeBob.
Can you
I mean,
stop?
Patrick Star
You
from
started Patrick?
SpongeBob.
Can you stop? I can't take it anymore. This
Too
is
much
too
information.
Much. It's too much. Oh my
Stuff you should
god.
know.
Casey.
Yeah, see? It's him.
So he notices Marshall sad. So Harold, remembering when someone gave flowers to the sick person in the hospital, just pulls the like grass out of the vase and like gives it to him. And he's like, "Thanks, buddy. That's
So wholesome.
great."
So wholesome.
Harold gets bored and he starts breaking things accidentally. He's like chasing a toy that a
Yeah.
dog grabs.
Did we get to the Nerf war yet?
No,
Okay.
we're not there. And then he follows a bus that has the Eye of Ra on it. Yes. Marshall realizes that, what you call it, he's gone. They're like, we have to go find Harold.
Yeah.
So he wakes up his friends in the middle of the night, I guess, and they all start hunting for Harold. And then Amy just like drops out. Like she's making fun of the guy's PJs, and she's like, "I sleep in the nude." And then the kid like crashes into.
That's what
something.
I'm saying. See, like he is still into babes throughout the movie, but yeah, that scene as a kid always cracked me up. She's so funny, and like the writing is so good, and just like him crashing always made me die. It was-
Or
so
he was so
risque.
yeah,
Or he was so grossed out by the idea. That's why he crashed.
this is what he does.
He was like, "Girls."
So funny.
Did the kids mention sleeping in the nude in the remake, Casey? Did they leave that part? Yeah, I figured they were going to leave that joke out.
So edgy in '97. So woke.
So edgy. And it's just, gosh, just watching the remake, it does not have the same like vibe at all. It's not scary. This is kind of scary still.
It is.
Yeah. Well, Harold's walking around the pyramid exhibit at the museum, and they find out that Harold was the queen's high priest, and he lived to serve the queen, and he was celibate, and that was also funny.
Yeah, that joke too.
Yeah, where he's like, "What's celibacy mean?" He's like, "No chicks."
Yeah.
But then they realize that Harold was a bit of a homewrecker because he was getting it on with the queen.
Yeah. And I love how Amy's like, Gilbert's like, yeah, no chicks. What a bummer. And she's like, you're going to get used to it.
Amy's causing it.
Savage.
She's savage, like I said.
She's too
Queen.
mean. She's too mean to these nice men. Yeah, so he was in love with the queen and he wants to be with her again. But, they don't have time for this. They got to get him to the missing coffin. Was he allowed to just get in the queen's coffin?
No.
He wouldn't fit in it, first of all.
That's true. That's
Dude,
true.
7'1". You can
That's
stuff him in
Some little that same little kid is spying on them.
We love him.
Yes.
I
What is he from?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Please, Casey,
I
is this
know.
where you come in?
I wish I knew.
Oh my god.
Of course I Googled.
But no, he tells them he knows where the coffin went. It was like a truck took it. A yellow truck
Yes.
took it.
And during this scene is the best line in the whole movie, in my opinion.
Say
And
it.
It's when Amy is like, "What is that? A blanket?" Because the kid's like has like a blanket over
Yeah.
his, and he's like, "No, it's not a blanket." He's like, "It's a rag in case I gotta wipe up something." It's just like the timing and the delivery.
He's so good.
It's so funny.
They're like, all right, well, we got to walk around, but we don't want Harold to stand out. So let's dress him like a 70s pimp.
Yes.
Which
Yes.
is pretty cool. It's pretty
And
cool.
then like this like smoke show 70s like
Who
woman
also had the
randomly
same
walks
idea
by.
to dress similar.
Yeah.
Also, him walking down reminded me of the episode of Seinfeld where Kramer's got the pimp
Yeah,
outfit on.
yeah. Technicolor dream coat. So good.
Yeah, so he's walking around. He's got that horrible like face
Scarf,
mask
yeah.
on. Yeah, she's terrified of him.
Yeah.
So they track the coffin to a creepy ice cream factory. What was the name of the ice cream again? It was like something.
Duck?
I forget.
Something duck.
I forget.
I don't know why when he
Penguin.
said yellow truck earlier, I was thinking of the clown dog truck from Don't Tell
Yeah,
Mom the
yeah.
Babysitter.
No, it's like that. It's like a yellow truck.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
In the remake, it's
Oh my god.
it's something
Is that why you said
penguin.
that?
Yeah.
I was like, oh man.
But they use some of the same elements.
Okay. But yeah, so they follow him to like the factory, and then the evil guys are there.
Yeah.
And before I realized who it was, I wrote, "Are they the mob? What is this?"
Yeah, what?
Then there's a party,
Yes, Halloween bash.
big Halloween bash.
Yeah.
Okay. This reminds me of like Hocus Pocus and stuff.
Yeah,
Like, where are
it-
these
it-
towns who have these big outdoor Halloween bash?
So
Or not
fun.
outdoor, it was indoors.
Yeah, this movie is super like Halloween-y for sure.
Yeah.
Like very towny, like town hall, big bash. For
Yes.
sure.
And then Gilbert showed up as Dennis Rodman.
yes. Once again, fantastic writing, rocks the silver sunglasses and
Yeah.
a pink scarf.
Oh, and then Amy just puts like the buns on her ears,
Yeah.
like I'm Princess Leia, basically. Amy tells Marshall that he needs to talk about his feelings more because he's sad about his mom and his mom's boyfriend.
Open up.
And Gilbert obviously leaves Harold like an idiot. He's like, "I'll be right back." It's like, could you not? I do like that they tell Bruce about the mummy.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, we've seen this." I like that Bruce is like, "Yeah, I've seen like 5 mummies, 4 Freddy Kruegers, 2 pinheads."
So how is that allowed? So the early DComs, there's another one called Up, Up and Away. Have
Love
you
Up, Up,
seen
and
that
Away.
one? Okay.
Love it. Superhero movie.
Yes. So they mentioned Batman and Spider-Man in it, but that was way before they owned those.
Well, no, Disney doesn't own them.
Spider-Man.
They own the comic character. They don't own the film rights.
How come they could still
They
say
can
it?
say it. You
They
can
can
say
say
it.
Freddy Krueger
Can you
and
say that?
Pinhead.
You can say that?
Yeah, you can reference characters.
Okay.
Okay.
It gets it gets a little sketchy. You can't like show them,
Right.
but you can mention them. You can't like if you're referencing like the character exists. Like if a character is just like, "Wow, you jumped out!" Like, sorry, Seinfeld again. Where they tell Kramer's telling the story how he fought a guy in a bus, and they go, "You're Batman." They're not implying that he really
Right.
is. It's if they said like, "Yes, we are in the same universe as Batman, and this is Gotham City," then they would have gotten in trouble.
Sure.
Got
yeah,
it.
that's a good point.
Yeah, so you're able to like, and even like the Marvel movies have called people Superman before, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know that that's not the thing. So yeah, there's some wiggle room around there. Just don't show them. Basically, they're trying to convince Bruce about all the mummy stuff, and then the song plays.
And my boy Bruce is just trying to make some money. He's running like the cool haunted
Yeah.
house and the walkthrough.
Yeah, it's cool as hell.
Yeah.
So that song plays, and then the mob finds Harold. I'm just calling them the mob.
Yeah.
He's in there, and Harold finds a girl dressed as Cleopatra that he thinks is the queen. Then there's a mummy mix-up, multiple mummy mix-ups.
A couple mummy mix-ups.
Because
Yep.
the mobs just everyone dressed exactly like the same mummy.
Yeah.
They're going around, what you call it, Gilbert, like, elbows who he thinks is
Yes.
Harold, ends
Yeah.
up being his principal. And then
He's like, bye.
and then the principal's wife sees the mummy dancing with Cleopatra, thinks
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
her man, and then he shows up, and then they find out that he is a literal mummy. And it causes mass hysteria. Everyone's flipping out and running away.
Yeah, that woman's acting was way over the top.
Yeah, it was.
Way over the top.
But
His
yeah, man,
costume just
it
could have been really good.
yeah. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's almost midnight.
Uh-oh.
The kids take off and Harold gets kidnapped. And
Tell
they
me.
got to figure out a plan to save him. I know. Yeah, so they come up with a plan. And their plan involves fake limbs in Bruce's car.
Bruce is like, I got this.
Yes.
Yeah, and Bruce is like, I have to do this because you're my only paying customer. It's like, Bruce, how's your business still running? I'm like, this kid can't be funding your entire thing.
So funny.
But you have to say, if we were ever in this kind of situation, this is exactly what we would do.
Yeah.
It's it.
No, me, I wouldn't have gotten in the situation.
I would have.
I would have.
If we go back to the tweet that you made, sorry, on X.
Oh, you're still mad about that?
Yeah.
The hero, Hercules?
Yes.
One of my heroes, Tim.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that in a while. This video went viral, right?
Uh-huh.
A guy, it's believed to have been a date. He was at dinner with a girl. It was some South American country, I think.
Okay.
These people show up at this outdoor dining thing with guns. They're ready to hold up the place. And the people with guns walk past him. And this guy does what everyone should have done once they walked past. He just got up and left, but the girl stayed. So everyone's like, he abandoned her. And everyone's giving this guy shit. I'm like, this guy was a hero. We should all be like
this
him.
guy.
If she wasn't smart enough to also get up and leave, then she's got a lot of other problems.
Oh my god, that's some Tony shit. Right
If anyone could find that man, I will pay for him to come out.
God.
get him on the show.
Get on the show. Be like, your millions
Show
of
us
men
your
will look up to
ways.
you one day. Always flee from trouble.
Oh my god.
Yeah, if my friends were like, we're gonna go into an abandoned house, there's a coffin down there, I'd be like, well, you guys go have fun with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have broken into abandoned schools and stuff, but I was also the first one to run away as well.
Finster.
What? I'm good at getting away from danger.
Okay. It's all right, Tony.
You know, when
support you.
in superhero movies, when there's a crime happening, the guy has to go sneak out and switch into his outfit. I'm really good at the sneaking out part. I'm not good at the coming back, saving the day. I just leave.
You should read my book.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we should.
Will that teach me to be a
Yes.
superhero? Oh, okay. I thought it was going to teach me to be a final girl.
Same thing.
Shout out.
Okay. So mummy mix up. Howard gets captured. The plan. So they trick the guards. The girl's like, my eye's falling out. And the guard's like, oh no. He should be like, I don't care.
Yeah. He's like genuinely concerned.
And then they hit him with rubber limbs
Yeah.
that wouldn't knock him out.
Oh, they beat him.
Yeah.
They beat him with some fake legs.
Yeah,
some
and then
fake
and then
arms.
Bruce, and then
Choke
Bruce
him.
does do the body slam. So they tie him up with the fake intestine, and then they put the eye in his mouth
Yeah.
to gag him. And like, he just spit it out.
Which, like, this is kind of like a little bit of some childhood gore, like Disney gore, even though it's fake. Like, you
Yeah.
still get a little, a little edgy, like I said.
I guess if they mention that it's fake, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Has Gilbert left them yet?
Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. Gilbert's too scared.
Yeah, Gilbert's
Yes.
like, I'm staying in the hearse.
He's like,
I
I'm
can't do it."
staying in the car.
Yeah.
Again, I'm Gilbert in this situation.
Gilbert is straight Chucky Finster, and Marshall is straight Tommy Pickles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so they're in there. The buyer meets with the criminal art dealer guy, but he doesn't want to buy or something. It's a little confusing.
Yeah, there was like a conflict with.
I guess because there wasn't a mummy in the
right,
sarcophagus,
right,
or
yeah.
even though they had the mummy.
I don't
It
know.
was very confusing. Marshall finds Harold chained up. By the way, everyone seems like all these bad guys seem totally cool with the fact that there's a fucking mummy.
Straight up Splinter style, you know what I mean?
And
like,
and again, as the creator of Mummy Cop, where no one was concerned that there was a mummy, I really shouldn't be throwing stones right now, so we're going to skip that.
come on, Tony.
So he frees them, and they make a move for the coffin, but the bad guy's there. And then this is my note before I went back and fixed my other notes where I go, wait, the art guy is the old man.
You got to pay attention, Tony.
But apparently he was like interested in mummies and wanted to bring them back to life, but he didn't know how. But then he mentions like, I faked my death to pay off this, and I'm gonna make my fortune selling art illegally.
Yep.
They all get captured. I do like that moment where he's like, my friends will call the police, and then they come in. And then they're all about to be mass murdered.
Yes.
Which is pretty dark for a Disney thing.
Like I said, a little edgy.
Yeah, he's like, he makes a joke about like, how are we gonna silence us? Like, they're gonna kill us. But then Gilbert saves the day.
Finally has his moment, dude.
He has his moment driving the hearse
Yes.
through, and he knew that specific wall would be the one. God, that always cracks me up. Where like heroes will drive through a wall. It's like, how did they know it was on the other side? Did they check?
Yeah, Gilbert. You know what? He had his moment. We love it. We love that for him.
Gilbert comes in. They stop the bad guys, and I have it here. Amy likes Marshall, I guess.
Yeah, we have that. Yeah,
She acted tough the whole time, but
yeah,
then
talk to me about what was happening because we felt it, right?
I felt uncomfortable. Oh yeah, we felt it the
Yeah.
whole movie.
Yeah.
There was a lot of tension there.
Yeah.
And their howls.
yeah, well, when she realized that he was going to die,
Oh.
she was like, "Oh no." It's like Mary Jane and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'll never see my friend Peter Parker again.
She said if something had happened to you,
Yeah.
I felt uncomfortable. I loved him too, though. Growing up, I thought Marshall was it.
Yeah.
So
Was it true love, or she was just like, I wanted to save you as an option?
they're meant to be.
Yeah, and even Gilbert's like double taking like what is happening right now,
Yeah.
and then they eventually insult each other.
Yeah. Well, that's the very,
All right, the very end, right?
But before this, they have to bring him back to a sarcophagus
Oh, yeah,
to the museum, and Lady Mummy wakes up and says hi.
Yep.
They're just like looking at each other, and then
Little
they,
some little slight embrace. You
Yeah,
know what I
you-
mean, like
this was PG-13. He would have gotten into the coffin.
Yeah.
Instead, he gets into his own coffin.
Yeah, like she says goodbye to him, and then literally there's just a shot of Marshall like just coming in saying, "Bye, Harold, I love you," and it just
And
like
he's
totally
like, yeah,
disregards the
He's like, "That's nice, kid."
female mummy.
yeah. You just get back in there.
So yeah, everyone's reunited, and then later on, that Marshall's getting rid of all his horror stuff.
This
Breaks
was
my heart.
Yeah, I didn't like that angle of the whole
No.
thing. Like the whole experience, he was like, "What? I lived the life of
Yeah.
being with a monster.
I
though
lived
don't
it,
like
Dottie.
Yeah, exactly. It was a Pee-wee moment for sure.
Yeah, and then the mom's like, "We have to talk," blah blah. Blah. And then he tells me, like, "Hey, do you really love Ted? Then you should marry him," because he saw that Harold really loves someone, and people in love need to be together. So it's like this whole sappy ending.
And then it was him the whole time.
It
That I just
was.
learned
Yeah.
today, which is still I'm not over it.
It just should have been him.
Yeah.
He should have been in the mummy.
Then Marshall gets excited. He's gelling his hair.
Tucking his
Oh.
shirt in. Why
Yeah.
is he becoming a square?
And then she's dressing all ladylike and looking nice for him. And then it gets too real, and then they start making fun of each other.
Yeah, and if you notice, Gilbert's shirt is like a combination of both of their outfits.
I didn't notice that.
It's a combo.
This movie has so many layers.
This is another like Casey moment. This is a Casey moment right now.
Now, like, when you really under the wraps of it all,
Oh
there's
my
deep
God.
theme.
I can't escape right now.
I love the house.
And the house is
It's
nice.
like a dream house. So
Yeah,
cute.
but then they all take off to go see Wardhead 5 again.
Yes.
And then the movie ends, and like Casey said, they ruined it with wokeness. What else from the remake can you tell us? What did they do? Who's is the bad guy the art dealer?
Yes, that's
Okay,
the same thing.
okay.
Everything is much better explained, I will say.
Okay.
It doesn't all just come together at the end like in the original, but it just lacks that.
Was Harold still a homewrecker with that queen?
Yeah, I think so.
Does the king ever come? Is that the sequel? The
yes.
King? Wait,
Yes.
the king shows up?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
He found
I
out in
didn't
the
get to
afterlife
rewatch
he
it.
was being cucked, and he came.
So when the new one, when Under Wraps 2 of the remake
Yeah.
came out, I had the flu. So I watched the original, then the remake, and then the second one. It was just a great weekend with my dog. And yeah.
Was it better or worse than the Jeepers Creepers weekend that you had?
It's way better than that. That's just the worst
no.
movie on earth.
Oh man, that's a shame. Also, you know what I wanted to bring up earlier, but I forgot. Did you know what other movie Marshall is in?
No, he looked familiar though.
He is in the Ninja Kangaroo movie, Warriors of Virtue.
That's it.
Yes.
So, the guy's a peg warmer, Kevin.
Yeah.
Apparently, they have a bunch of action figures from that movie. We might review that movie.
Dude, I love that movie.
That movie was directed by Ronnie Yu, the guy who did Freddy vs. Jason. I think.
Okay.
I think that's a Ronnie Yu movie.
Yeah, because Marshall like falls into like the thing and then transfers into
that was like the tail. That was like very late in the Ninja Turtles cash grabs.
Yeah,
We're like,
yeah.
well, these ones are kangaroos. It's
Yeah.
like, man, we're a couple years into Power Rangers. Ninja Turtles is out, buddy.
But yeah, that's the
Okay,
other-
he looked familiar. He
Yeah.
looked familiar. But yeah, okay. So watching this for the second time ever, I was maybe 8 or 9 when I
Yeah.
saw it. I definitely didn't see it air
Yeah.
on October 25th at 7 p.m. only on the Disney Channel.
Does it say that?
Yeah, it says it up there. Watch the
Where?
premiere Saturday, October 25th.
Now I really need this.
Yeah.
I got you. on
Promo,
one of
I
those.
collect promotional material.
Oh yeah, I got
so
you.
that's
Yeah.
my all favorite.
So yeah, I actually enjoyed it. When the twins are old enough, I might throw this one on for them.
It should
Screw
be
it.
on
I've already
Disney
showed them
Plus.
Godzilla vs. Kong. I'll throw it on for them now.
Do you have this on tape?
I have a home recording of this
Yes.
on tape.
That's so
yeah.
special.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Adam Wiley was on Christy Carlson Romano's cooking show, and they
Right.
talk about under wraps while they make cake pops.
That was a fun
Oh.
cooking show.
Mummy
I don't
cake
know
pops.
why she stopped
I
that
know,
cooking show.
it was so good.
She went and started like 6 other shows.
Yeah,
Uh,
she has a podcast company now.
yeah. She got popular from these walking videos, and then she's like, I know what I'll do. I'll start 6 podcasts that aren't anywhere near
Okay.
as entertaining. But yeah, well, guess Christy Carlson's never coming on this show. No, I brought up Mirrors 2 way too much on this show. She'll never come on this show. As an adult, I actually really, really liked it. It's a fun one. It's clever. Again, this is a good family all ages movie
It
where it
is.
has something for everyone. Like, so the young kids won't get the jokes for the older kids or the adults,
Exactly.
but
This is-
everyone has something to enjoy in this.
Yeah, man. It's the perfect like double feature with like Halloween Town. Like the era of this movie is just like edgy enough, has good enough jokes, and you're right, it's still good enough for kids. It's a great Halloween movie.
Yeah. Dirty Boy. No, I'm blocking the words Halloween
Dirty
Town
Boy.
on YouTube, so you can't even attempt to do that.
Shout out Turdy B. Come on, man. Bother Tony.
Come
Halloween
on.
Town.
You want me to read a couple
Don't
of the
look under the
comments
bed.
before we move
Please,
on?
Yes.
please read the comments for the people.
Tony, it's me again. Do Under Wraps. Nostalgia Madness. Basically is a Harry and the Hendersons remake. Do it for all us candy ass jabronis. Do it for Owen Hart. He brought in the late wrestler Owen Hart for no
He's
reason.
trying to tug your heartstrings. What's going on?
So
here?
that was from 3 years ago. Let's see. And then here we go. We have Under Wraps ? Under Wraps, do it. Yo, Tony, I know you're too important to review Under Wraps, being creator of Mummy Cop and all. But lucky your trill ass friend over at Movie Dumpsters have your fans back and will be reviewing it. Oh, I guess Movie Dumpster reviewed Under Wraps.
Really?
they?
Well, he definitely just roasted your ass.
Well, that was 3 years ago. So the Movie Dumpster episode probably didn't do it for him because he kept leaving comments.
He
on
better have
videos.
all the tapes from the crypt.
Yeah. Under wraps merch.
Under
Yeah,
wraps
yeah, yeah.
merch.
Okay, your first main channel episode, Predator. He wrote a long thing about Predator, and then at the end threw in Mummy Under Wraps.
Oh, and by the way, under wraps.
Let's see here. Tony kicking and screaming for Under Wraps. Oh, our worst Conjuring episode that we did. The entire
was
series
live.
began with Under Wraps. Disney had a lot of foresight.
Man, this dude is going to be the happiest guy of all time.
This video, all right, for my Super Mario Brothers episode, this video would be a lot more enjoyable if you pronounce Mario correctly. My Italian dad says Mario, okay? I'm not saying Mario. And then he goes, please review Under Wraps and buy Kieran a beer. I bought Kieran a beer in the past, so I got one of those.
There you go.
When I'm at the, hold on, what is this? When I'm at the gym, I don't listen to metal or rap to get pumped. When I'm pressing 450 pounds, I make sure to listen to this episode. He's talking about the Blade Trinity episode.
Oh.
To this episode because nothing makes me angrier. I now wear dentures because I clench my jaw until my teeth turn to powder. Please redeem yourself and review Under Wraps.
Best one so far. Best one so
Fine,
far.
let's find a couple more here. Let's see, worst Ninja Turtles episode. Great episode, Tony. If you like mutant turtles, you'll love Under Wraps. It doesn't make any sense.
Dude, This guy laid it on extra thick.
He had an influence on you.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This might break the internet.
Let's talk about Dracula 3000. A Drac is back. Also, if you're a fan of Drac attacks, you'll love Mummy Madness and Under Wraps. God, he was real persistent. Let me see if there's like a new one here. So on May 4th, I did May the 4th be with you.
Mm-hmm.
He responds, May the Under Wraps be with yo ass.
Yo, this guy is a straight legend. And you know what? Just for him, I will bring back Under Wraps t-shirts, new designs, all this stuff. And lucky for you guys, you can use your Hack the Movies discount code. Just use code HackTheTony and you can save money on your order.
That discount code is Hack the Tony. You said?
HackTheTony.
All one word, all caps?
One word, all caps, all the time. Always available for you guys.
Nice. Cool. And you already plugged the Crypt Video event. So
yes,
do
Crypt
that
Video.
again.
Come to Crypt Video Rentals.
Yes. Follow Tim.
And watch MVP 2.
There was a second one? I don't remember what happened in the first one. Oh, I like your Demon Night pin.
Oh.
Maybe we'll talk about Demon Night in the future.
Oh,
I hear it has an anniversary coming up.
Don't get me excited, Tony.
Okay, so what do you got going on? Where can we follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram at Casey the Final Girl.
Yes. Everybody.
Right. And then, yeah, you just showed your. I'm like, are you taking your shirt off? What are you doing?
Yes. Oh, Casey.
Casey, the views of the channel aren't that bad. We don't have to stoop to these lows.
Love it.
Yes, Casey rocked our Under Wraps hoodie. So we love that. Thank you, Casey.
And go back and watch my old show, Mummy Cop. It has its own YouTube channel, Mummy Cop the series.
Love Mummy Cop.
Check it out. It's a fun. You know what? It still holds up.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Could be better. It's okay. It still holds up.
I think we're gonna play a couple Mummy Cop episodes for pre-show, maybe.
Oh God!
Yes.
Oh God!
Let's do it.
But yeah, check all that out, and we'll see you all later. Like, share, subscribe.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos and Patreon page.
Talking about tapes.